So we see the Vees skate away with a 4-1 win tonight and take a 2-0 series lead over the Seattle Thunderbirds. A solid performance on the power play, as always on the penalty kill, and I thought they were the better team 5-on-5 as well tonight, Matt.
Yeah, I could just go down the list, and it would take a long time to go down it to talk about the ways the Penticton Vees played better than the Seattle Thunderbirds tonight, but just an overall group effort. Everybody pulled their weight. Goaltending was fantastic. AJ Railts letting alone 1 goal and 30 shots. Penalty kill, too. Outstanding through games 1 and 2.
3 stars tonight. Jacob Kwasnika is your 3rd star with a goal and an assist. Tristan Peterson, the 2nd star tonight, also with a goal and a helper. And AJ Railts gets tonight's 1st star, stopping 29 of 30 he faced. And back-to-back wins for the Vees goaltender. He didn't have to do back-to-back very often down the stretch, with Ethan McCollum coming over from Seattle and doing a very good job in the 1A, 1B tandem.
Absolutely, and you know, it's an uncomfortable, maybe not uncomfortable, an unfamiliar situation, like you were saying, being faced back-to-back starts here, but he just took it and he ran with it, and he was calm all day when I saw him, and he looked even calmer when he got in that blue paint.
Let's get to the scoring summary tonight as the Vees take down the Thunderbirds 4-1. It started at 16:37 of period number 1. Louis Wayman puts a puck to the net. It hits a defender and goes 5-hole on Sklenichka. His first WHL playoff goal from Denis and Cal Stone. And then 35 seconds later on the power play, just 6 seconds into the man advantage, Nolan Stevenson shoots for a tip and finds it from Tristan Peterson. And Jacob Kwasnika picks up the secondary assist. It was 2-0 after 20 minutes. Vees got on the board again in the second period on the power play as Jacob Kwasnika batted home a rebound for his 2nd of the postseason. Tristan Peterson and Brady Burney with the assist there at 7:59 to make it 3-zip. Then the Thunderbirds found the score sheet late in period number 2 as Coster Dunn drove to the net, took a shot, it bounced off the skate of Nolan Stevenson up and over AJ Railts to make it 3-1. Heading into the 3rd, where the Vees wrapped up the scoring. A tough angle backhand play to the net from Ryden Evers fooled Sklenichka, his 1st of the postseason at 4:49 of the 3rd, and the final was 4-1 tonight. The Vees go 2 for 5 on the power play, 4 for 4 on the penalty kill, and outshoot the Thunderbirds 41-30 tonight. And Matt, it is time for your Wise Guys Car Wash Grittiest Player.
Yeah, you know what? It could go through a lot of guys that, you know, held their own tonight and guys that played hard, and you know, I'm going to have to go with a guy like Diego Johnson taking that puck to the face and skating off there. And you know what? Like, that's one of those moments that you don't like to see, to leave on his own accord on his feet, up on his feet there. That's about as gritty as it gets, in my opinion. Diego
Johnson is tonight's Wise Guys Car Wash Grittiest Player. He'll win a free car wash courtesy of Wise Guys. Well, Matt, Game 3 goes in Kent, Washington on Tuesday night, a 7 o'clock puck drop. Any final thoughts before we say goodbye to you until then?
Well, the job is half done here, but as the old saying goes, you're not in trouble until you lose on home ice, and Seattle Thunderbirds are yet to lose on home ice, so there's still a lot of series ahead.
Matt, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you Tuesday in Seattle.
I look forward to it.
Back at the SOEC for one final time tonight. The Vees skate away with a 4-1 victory over the Seattle Thunderbirds in Game 2 and take a 2-0 series lead. Now joined by Vees Assistant General Manager Matt Miller. And Matt, you didn't love the opening 40 last night. Much more solid 60 here tonight.
Much cleaner, yeah. I related to, you know, when you clean your house and you just get down and do it and get every corner, and you just the feeling afterwards, when the smell of your house after you've cleaned it, that was kind of like our game tonight. Just nice and clean and tidy for 60 minutes, and just the effort all around. Started right from the hop, getting in on the forecheck, and just smart with how we played, and then our special teams were great again tonight. So just clean and tidy for 60 minutes.
I noticed the Evers line was matched up against the Schmidt, Cossack, Dunn line quite a bit tonight, and I thought definitely the play leaned to the Evers line. How important is it to make sure, instead of being in the offensive zone, that Schmidt line is defending?
Yeah, the best defense is offense. So if we're playing in their zone and hemming them in and making them play tough minutes in their own zone, it's tough to get the rush chances that they feed off of, especially that line. So that's what Evers' line does so well, is generate zone time and pin teams in, and that's not easy to do against a good team like this and a good line like that. So they did a great job in their matchup tonight.
It was just a really solid effort all around, obviously, and I thought defensively your group was really on it tonight. Not a crazy amount of high dangers, especially through that first 40.
Yeah, again, it was all the zone time we had in there and making them play the tough minutes. Again, they feed a lot off the rush, so makes it hard to get that speed through the neutral zone when they're having to change out of their own end and. Playing those heavy shifts as line after line kept coming at them. But when they did get their chances in our zone, we sorted well. That's something we talked about coming into the game from last night. There was a few plays where we were duplicating on them and going 2 guys on 1 guy, leaving a guy open. But tonight I felt there was none of that for our group.
And 2 more here with Vees Assistant General Manager Matt Miller. Matt, the special teams were really good again tonight. Tristan Peterson, that net front presence, deflects one home driving the net and then gets a rebound to Kwasnika in front of the goal. Just how important have the special teams been to this 2-0 series lead so far?
Yeah, they're always huge in playoffs. They really get amplified in playoff time. You need your special teams to be on it. And they did a great job tonight just getting that puck to the net quick, especially off the face-off. You got a guy driving to the net and get the deflection, and then again, it's scored around the net. We talked about it last night. Goals are scored around the net in playoff time, and on the power play, you need to create chaos down there, and we did a good job getting the puck to the net, and then capitalizing our chances around there.
And just finally here, a couple days off, and then off to Kent, Washington for games number 3 and 4. Obviously, a raucous crowd there. Just how do you guys take that crowd out of it early and try and get your way to a 3-0 series lead?
Yeah, never easy place to play. It's just it's going to be all about our mindset going into the game. Can't take our foot off the pedal. Have to look back at the 2 games of why we were more successful tonight right from the hop and starting like that. And I think if our forecheck gets going, we can try to take their crowd out of it right at the start and just focus on our game.
Matt, thank you so much for your time. I love talking to you, but I'm hoping I don't have to talk to you again until round 2.
I always want to talk to you, Ryan.
There goes Matt Miller from the broadcast booth as the Vees skate away the 4-1 victory tonight. One final piece of business to get to here, and it's time for the big cool moment of the game, fueled by Otter Co-op's Big Cool Slushies. The coolest way to celebrate a big Vees play or moment, and I'm going to go back to the Tristan Peterson power play goal. A face-off win to start the power play. Kwasnika works it back to Nolan Stevenson. He lifts his head, looks for the deflection of Tristan Peterson, and he bats it home for his first WHL playoff goal. So Tristan Peterson's power play goal in the first period is tonight's big cool moment of the game, fueled by Otter Co-op's Big Cool Slushies. That will do it for us tonight. We're back on the air at 6:45 on Tuesday.